everyone, MirageFly here, bringing you another game in Company of Heroes 2, just trying between Goldenpath over a Soviet player on the left-hand side of Kholdeny Ferma, who'll be facing off against Luvnest, who will be our austere player on the right-hand side of the map. Looks like Luvnest is already locked in as commander. Meanwhile, Goldenpath has got hard motor coordination tactics, lend-lease tactics, and mechanized support tactics. I find it interesting that Luvnest went this doctrine since, well, it has the elephant on, and this is not a map particularly good for it. But he does get the command tank, hauled down, reconnaissance run, and panzer tactician. And meanwhile, we don't have anything too particular going on. 2 conscripts coming out for Goldenpath. Well, we got 2 grenadiers coming out for Luvnest. Only just capping their points on their side of the map. But we do have wiring going down, blocking off cover or usage from the other side. Conscripts moving up to the north capping, grenadiers are moving down to the south to capture. Grenadiers trying to get as far as they can before capping to the next point. Generally, if you have time, it's better to do it that way than rather than shift clicking. Saves you time. And as your units don't go to the center of the point, you can put them on the edges, and you can manually tell them to move out. Of course, then you have a situation where your units don't move like there, where Luvnest Grenadiers then move so much later. Wire going up, blocking any sneaky caps that can actually happen behind the tractor, so it's denying cover. Well, some of it. Combat engineers are beginning to capture, having wired off this side of the map. And now they're beginning to wire off their cover. Conscript still capping the north side. Though we do have a conscript squad down the south setting up sandbags. We have a second combat engineer squad out. Interesting. I'm not sure why he's setting the sandbags up like that. I'm not sure if that's going to provide cover for the entire squad if they're engaged from this side, but well, maybe it'll do something. First engagement going on. Pioneers trying to engage the conscript, but going to take significant damage. This is not a fight that Pioneers can win at all. Though they do manage to take down 1 conscript, but they lose 2 Pioneers, and Pioneers cost quite a bit more than conscripts, 25 versus 20. Pioneers are forced off, but conscripts are also running, being shot in the back by Grenadiers. We've got another conscript squad coming in higher, and they're oorang toward the target. Or they're going around. They may be going for the cutoff instead, or decapping the munitions. Looks like they are moving on to the cutoff. There is nothing to stop it so far. All of Luvnest's forces are in the center and left-hand side of the map. Gren's capping the VP in the center and the left-hand and tactical point. Grenadiers engaging combat engineers, but Grenadiers get the cap before jumping back into the structure. Grenadiers being forced back toward the cutoff. There's nothing to stop this, and wires going down to stop usage of this green cover. Cutoff has been decapped and will be captured by the Soviets. MG-42 is moving up. Combat engineers trying to close in. They may get caught. 1 guy should be in the arc. And it gets them all suppressed. When 1 person trips, everyone else follows. Meanwhile, Grenadiers engaging conscripts, but they're going to lose this one, down to 2 members. They take out 1 conscript. They're taking significant damage, down to 1 man, need to pull out there. Pioneers moving up. They may have a better chance against these conscripts who are wounded, and the MG-42 now actually does more damage at its distance, even if it's in cover. And the M40s are not that bad. Or at least I hope they're not that bad. You know, we got a scout car coming up. Flame engineers moving in. Conscripts capping the point. Flamethrower going into the building. Grenadiers going to be forced to pull out. We do have quite a bit of munitions though for Faust. Combat engineers are going to get into the building, but Grenadiers are already running back. MG-42 is going to shoot the conscripts out of these buildings eventually. Meanwhile, Grenadiers are capping munitions to the north. And we did have a decap on the left-hand side, forcing Golden to send the conscript squad to recapture and reconnect his field. And well, we do have tier 1 up for Luvnest. I've already bought the tier 1 upgrade. No tier 2 building, no. And obviously we have tier 1s up for our Soviets for the scout car. Another engineer squad, right? Likely going to be upgraded in flamethrower if there's enough munitions. Or they currently can't be upgraded. Well, most munitions spent on this flamethrower new round. Or this car will attempt to chase down the Grenadiers, causing significant damage, but I don't think they'll wipe them, since the Gren simply have too much health in total, unless he might get some good crits. The car is trying to block by also getting stuck. The car will not be able to finish him off, but it does take out one more Grenadier. Second scout car is engaging. Grenadiers are forcing them off, however. We got a Faust going off on the first car. Engineers are bailing out, but we're going to lose this car to another Faust. Onlys are likely going to focus on these flame engineers. Second car is not as deadly. These engineers are going for the decap on the cutoff. Engineers get into the second car with their flamethrower, going to try and move in, but Kubilai and these Fausts are ready to go.
120mm mortars are now available for deployment.
Really not keep it there.
Guard rifle infantry squads can now be called.
Faust goes off. Second Faust goes off, takes out the car. Combat engineers in the pod. They're on very low health, but instead they're going inside the building. However, the Grenadiers just need to go on this side, and there's going to be only one window for the engineers to fire from. These engineers are not in a good position. You're actually going to get shot out of the building, and that's a wipe, but also a flame and crit on those Grenadiers, wiping them all out. You know, 222's up, 221's up actually. I'm chasing down. He does have the autocannon upgrade, but he just cancelled that right now. Sure, it's a little bit more firepower, but he wants this to be configured for anti-infantry firepower. Or save him munitions for LMGs. But 222's going deep, trying to catch his combat engineers. Should wipe them all. There he goes. Last engineer down. Our guards are on the field. AT grenades were just recently researched. 222 should probably get out of there. 222 needs to get out of there. He could try to smoke his way out and cover his retreat. He does have the munitions for it. Or he just bought something else, it seems. Rifle grenade going off. Causing significant damage. 222. Who's going to try and push the guards, but guards jump back in the house. Guards are taking significant damage, but we're probably going to lose this car. One shot's going to finish it off. 222 is out of action. Guards are now going to pull back, having lost 4 members on very low health. We do not have medics researched yet. You know, our conscripts who are rallying up are only down 3 men. They're not going to be able to put up much fight against combat infantry, but Luvnest doesn't exactly have much either. Also, we have another squad of guards out. DP-28s are on their way as well. Going to force off these Grenadiers from the cutoff. And Luvnest needs to begin retaking his territory. He's lost quite a bit of the map. Pioneers and MG-42 are moving to the north, it seems, however. Gun's going to suppress these guards, get them off his Grenadiers. Got 1 for the MG-42. Guards are forced back, take a casualty. Conscripts need to get into cover as the Grenadiers engage. Conscripts are outnumbered, need to force their force back. Conscripts moving up to the cutoff, however, but Luvnest seems to be moving up north to capture everything. Excuse me. Got a squad of Panzer Grenadiers on the field, however. This will give them significantly more firepower against all these conscripts. I'm not sure how well they'll do against the guards, especially once they get the DP-28s. Once they manage to catch them by surprise, they're not going to really do much without taking heavy losses. Grenadiers should hop over the fence. Rather than take unnecessary damage from the guard squad. They may just be going for the VP cap, it seems. He has been double cap currently. VP in the center secured. Grenadiers capturing tactical points. MG-42's capping the field point on the left-hand side. Pioneers have captured what was once Goldenpath's cutoff. Guards moving down south to capture. Looks like we did have merge being used. Save some manpower. I think guards are 30 while conscripts are on 20. You know, Panzer Grenadiers are recapping their side of the map. Luvnest's side of the map. Grenadiers engaging conscripts while behind green cover. Grenadiers may have this, but conscripts are closing in. Conscripts down to 3. Down to 2. I think the Grenadiers have this. Conscripts need to pull back. Panzer Grenadiers could have gone around to cut off this conscript, but significant damages on this conscript, and Panzer Grenadiers actually managed to get the conscript on the move. It doesn't really happen much considering the changes that happened into small arms a while back, where things like SMGs and MP44s were no longer monsters on the move. The Grenadiers choosing to fall back rather than capture. More Panzer Grenadiers are out for Luvnest, capturing the field. Panzer Grenadiers are going to wait behind a hedge here, hoping they can catch the guards eventually. At a range that they will win at.
Combat engineers are standing by.
Conscripts are recapping the field to the north. DP-28. 8's engaging Grenadiers who have entered the church. Guards should be able to win this thanks to having superior firepower. PTRS immediately snipes one model from the Grenadier squad. They should be able to wear down the Grenadiers eventually, though we got engagement go. No. Guards engaging Panzer Grenadiers immediately kill one of their models. Panzer Grenadiers are going to attempt to flank these guards, however. They're doing significant damage. Guards are being forced back.
Supply sector under attack.
Panzer Grenadiers are still recapping Luvnest's side of the map.
This now belongs to the people.
More sandbags being established at the northern VP. I'm not sure why he's stacking them up this way. Probably just so they're protected on this side. It is a wonky area. Grenadiers are likely going to be forced back. Being fired on by 2 conscripts and they're running across the road by 251 half-tracks here. Hopefully they'll be able to reinforce them in time. Squad is reinforcing. They may be able to survive. The conscripts are closing in, but MG42 is opening up. Meanwhile, Panzer Grenadiers seem to engage the guards. One guard squad forced up, but one Panzer Grenadier squad has been forced off. These guards have taken significant damage. DP-28 has been dropped. One of those conscripts were being forced to retreat. Conscripts in the north still trying to hold out. They're also falling back to avoid getting wiped on the retreat later on. These guards need to get out of there. They're on really low health. Drop a another DP-20, and they drop a PTRS. And they get wiped up by the Panzer Grenadiers on retreat. Someone needs to go pick up all these guns for Luvnest, though I wouldn't put them on the Panzer Grenadiers since their MP44s are pretty good in themselves, and these weapons don't exactly match with their role, maybe except the PTRS. And then I think the MP44 does more damage at mid to short range. In terms of DPS, not the burst. Combat engineers are here, trying to move into the center, but they're going to get focused down by these pioneers and grenadiers. Panzer Grenadiers could also move in and try to cut off the retreat, but engineers are already forced back. Panzer Grenadiers are going to engage these guards. Not enough for grenades. Panzer Grenadiers need to stay still. PTRS immediately snipes a member. But T-70 is on the field, and that's going to force on everything off. So Goldenpath has gone tier 3. Despite the fact he's not that far off from T-34-85. I'm surprised he went to T-70 this late. Grenadiers could attempt the but they're going to pull back. MG42 is immediately being forced off. He's prematurely retrieved and ensure nothing gets wiped later on due to taking health damage. But we do have a teller mindset here. So Goldenpath has to be careful of that. Pack guns immediately in production. Goldenpath is reaping out his DP-28s with his conscripts, going to give him significantly more firepower. The problem we have is that Goldenpath doesn't have much in terms of infantry, only 3 conscript squads, well, soon to be 3, and 1 guard squad, and his combat engineers cannot sweep since they have a flamethrower. But Goldenpath is retaking his side of map. Most of Luvnest's army has been retreated back to base and needs to heal up.
We have more conscripts at our disposal.
We got mines going down from combat engineers, going to cause significant damage to anyone who steps on it. Conscripts recapping the northern field, as well as the south. and high munitions in the south are being taken. Pioneers with Panzer Grenadier support are moving in though. Should be able to fight off these guards since they're on low health. I think... No, guards are actually 27. And the T-70 actually hits the Teller mine. And that's a significant loss. He really didn't do much on the battlefield aside cause most of Luvnest's army fall back, but he didn't really cause much damage with it. And Luvnest is going to retake the field soon against Goldenpath's inferior forces. And U-42s are opening up on this combat engineer squad. Being shot from both sides, may need to pull out to avoid being wiped on retreat. Conscript in behind cover, don't attempt to hold these grenadiers off. May see a rifle grenade. Mine goes off and nearly kills 3 of the pioneers. That's going to signal the need for sweepers. We have a 120 on the field that being called in. Kind of late though, but it's going to cause some significant damage and has wiping potential. Half-track is pushing Grenadiers, actually lowering their combat power, despite the fact it is reinforcing. 120 is fine, but misses. These guns will eventually lose, but they will pull a bit longer than usual thanks to green cover. These Grenadiers need to get out of the building. That building, pretty much anything hits it, it's going to kill it. They're causing significant damage against these guards. 120 mm takes out the Grenadiers in the building immediately. Panzer Grenadiers being forced to retreat. They should be able to make it back to base. It looks like both Panzer Grenadier squads are forced out the field. Currently we do not have Battle Phase 2 upgraded, so we may actually see the command taking the field if Luvnest has enough. He has a ton of field though. Command tank is hitting the field. Going to bring some much needed going to bring more anti-infantry firepower and armor to the field. And there's not really much that Goldenpath can do about it. I don't even think he has tier 2 up. No, he has no tier 2 structure. And he only has tier 3, but I think he's safe back for those T-34-85s. AT grenade goes off and immediately damages the engine on this tank. We should get Pioneers back here to repair. Command tank's causing significant damage though. Well, the map is relatively, well, soon to be split 50-50. Luvnest has top part of the map. Goldenpath is taking bottom. AT grenade goes off from the hand track, but there's nothing to follow this up. So it's just waste of munitions. 120's landing. They're landing really far. Grenadiers capping the center VP. Luvnest to get these VP back, even though the difference is not that much. 300 to 348. Combat engineers are trying to set mines. Command tank might see this. Combat engineers is still going to attempt to finish this plant, which is pretty dangerous, but miss. But it seems like Luvnest already saw the mines and immediately destroys them with attack round. But he still needs Pioneers on this tank. Would also allow him to cap this point. 120 landing, causing significant damage to the half-track. Panzer Grenadiers are engaged in constant DP-28s, but DP-28s are causing significant damage to the Panzer Grenadiers. Conscripts are falling back. Guards are causing significant damage to these Grenadiers. They have a bundle going through the hedge. Guards go back in 2 and take significant health damage from that grenade. MG-42 is managing to suppress this entire group of conscripts. These Grenadiers will likely be able to keep these conscripts who are getting out of the line of fire suppressed. 120 lands, does not kill the Grenadiers. Grenadiers need to keep firing these conscripts to keep them suppressed. Conscripts have broken suppression. We've got another squad of guards on the field, however. They do not have DP-28s because they're out of territory, though there are the munitions for them. Panzer IV is back in action. Now Pioneers need to get to work on the half track. It seems like we seems like we lost one of the Panzer Grenadier squads. Could have been to this mortar, or could have been during this fight down here. But meanwhile, guards are getting hit by rifle grenades. Mark target on the Panzer IV, but it's on We're working on the PTRS, it's not going to cause that much more damage. These guards need to get out of here, but they're going straight through the Panther Grenadiers and the command tank. But they have taken significant health damage and they're dropping like flies. All the guards get wiped out. These guards are also taking significant damage, being forced to pull back. We gotta drop PTRS as well. Conscripts we around, we may see an AT grenade. Assuming that he's just gonna grab the AT rifle, but that has no interest in grabbing down with Panzer Grenadiers. Not much damage on the conscripts, but they have been forced back. And we're still quite a bit away. We're still quite a bit of ways away towards the T-34 85s. Luvnest has. Now he's researching Battle Phase 2. Could go with some medium armor. We have a pack gun on the field. But so still no tanks from Goldenpath. Likely holding out for those call-in tanks. Command tanks engaging these conscripts. Probably going to wipe these conscripts. Nice shot from the command tank. Killed 4 of the members on retreat. Also we have more teller mines that were set by Luvnest. 20. It's only killed 4 people, but it's almost at 1.
The enemy has taken our supply sector.
Conscripts forcing back to 251. Firepower is not particularly strong with that half track. And its range is not good, particularly because the gun's so far back on the model.
Target vehicle marking available.
The territory is in our hands.
Panzer 4 is here. Attempting to attack ground through the hedge. Kills 2 members. Conscripts need to move. Seems like they're trying to throw the AT grenade, but they lost sight of the target.
Enemy forces are capturing our
I
supplies.
see another AT grenade go down on this command tank. Facing its rear to the enemy. Immediately gets engine damage. Conscripts manage to get the high munitions. They're probably going to be forced to pull back. Guards are running into an MG42 and being forced back. 120 is causing significant damage on the church. Grenadiers are all fine, though. I'm only taking health damage. To attempt to rush this 120mm mortar and rifle grenade, the crew is relatively bunched up. Our crew's immediately retreating, should cancel that rifle grenade. Rifle grenade does nothing. Conscripts are Urang. Urang across the road is not particularly safe, though. We're going to engage these Vet 2 Grenadiers. Maybe it'll limp that PTRS, but they cannot fire down on the move. Both sides immediately fall back rather than fighting it out, though. 251's moving back up north. Seems like the pack gun got hit by a mortar or something. It's already below half. Grenadiers recapping the VP. Luvnest is down by around 60 points. But he does still have the infantry advantage. 3 Grenadiers and 1 Panzer Grenadier squad. He bought Panzer Strike on Panzer Grenadiers. That's going to help the T-34A5. But they've been delayed even further, it seems. As support weapon company is up. We have a Zis gun in the field now, though. Going to provide some AT support against this command tank. However, it does significantly put him back. In terms of getting those 85s with a nice shot. A nice shot value. It's over 23, almost 24 minutes into the game. We haven't seen much in terms of armor aside from this command tank. And the T-70 which got blown up in the 251 half-track. Oh yeah, and the scout cars, but they don't count as armor. Combat engineers are running into the open, taking significant damage and need to pull back.
The rifle infantry squads are now available.
Command tanks engaging, could attempt to run down these combat engineers. This gun gets a good hit on the command tank while it's out of territory. When it's in territory, everything around, including itself, takes 20% less damage. 120 lands, doesn't kill anyone though. Well, if it landed a shot here, it could wipe out quite a few units. Command tanks engaging guards up in the north, and it's hit that 1. Rifle grenade goes off. Kills quite a few conscripts. Conscripts need to pull back. This gun's brought in. Almost could have taken out squad air. Everyone's moving up though to avoid being hit by the Zis gun. These Panzer Grenadiers, I don't know why they're moving up. Oh, they're going to beat this two-man conscript squad, but they can't. These guys are expensive in terms of manpower, and the moment they lose a model, well, that means one less guy with an MP-44, and they become combat effective. One MP-44 is just not good enough to do much damage. 120 lands, does not hit anything. We're at combat here. Pioneers beating off the combat engineers, despite the fact they have a sweeper, though they are vet 2. Conscripts on the cutoff once more, fighting these Grins who are in the open. Command tanks here to give the defense buff. These Grenadiers need to get out of the vet open though. When we see a rifle grenade, but command tanks moving in. Conscripts need to fall back. No AT grenade going off, but he doesn't have the munitions currently. He's drained.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our
Conscripts
territory.
forced off. AT guns setting into position. Could get a shot off on the tank, but he doesn't seem to have sight yet. Tank's gonna go around the hedge. Or attack ground actually and kill one of the guards. Gonna attempt to attack ground again, but the guards have already moved out of position. Pioneer's trying to cap the VP. These conscripts going to cause significant damage. They have a DP-28 and a PTRS rifle. And they seem to be glitching out slightly on my screen. Like that. These guards have taken significant damage from command tank and forced up, but managed to reclaim their PTRS rifle. Command tank is almost halfway to vet 2. Got S-mines going down on the center VP. Combat engineers need to get out there. Luvnest has entire control over north. He's moving down into the south. These guards are putting up significant fights for these grenadiers and are in green cover. Completely merged with conscripts, it seems. Command tanks moving in. Guards are pulling back. This gun's moving up. I'm not sure why it's facing the grenadiers though. It should probably be facing down the road. Grenadiers are forced off. Very low health.
200 points remain.
Command tank goes back into territory. 120 misses. Though it is vet 1, so it does have action precision strike, which will wipe most units out. MG42 set in position, gonna suppress these clones immediately. And something down the sky there. Conscripts are being forced off. Luvnest has the entire southern side as well, except for this one point, but there are units moving, combat engineers, but they do not have sweepers. Seems like the signs have been spotted though. Combat engineers are actually going to run into the mine and take health damage. Going to need sweepers. We got wire going down. Interesting. He doesn't have the munitions for sweepers currently though, and he's not in territory. It seems like we have a marked target going off on the tank, on the Panzer IV. Yeah, reconnaissance. Wait, that's Luvnest. Sorry about that. I'm mistaken by the colors. Conscripts being forced off. Couldn't decap the munitions. This gun's trying to move up. Our gun's stop. 120 misses. Conscripts going to cap the southern munitions though. But we do have a Panther in the field. That has its MG turret on the way. Going to cause significant problems. Goldenpath is still a bit of fuel away from his T-34 85s.
Supply sector under attack.
And there's only one source of anti-tank. This gun needs to pull back the base. Can't afford to lose that. 120 firing. Could see a rifle grenade over. Attempt to light the unit. Guards forced off by the command tank once again. Rifle grenade going off.
Neutralizing a sector.
It's the conscripts, but grenadiers are forced off.
Ready for combat.
Another 120's in the field. That's going to get Soviet superior indirect fire, but Luvnest doesn't have much in terms of team weapons. Those Grenadiers do need to be still to do most of their DPS. Oh, every unit needs to be still, but Grenadiers more so than Panzer Grenadiers. Gunner engineers are likely going to get back to base. And the Grenadiers are just going to move towards this point and capture it, maybe. They're going to choose engage. Managed to get one of the combat engineers. 120's landing near. Grenadiers need to get moving. T-34-85 is going to hit. We just need more manpower. Going to take about a minute or so, however. These are extremely delayed. Having bought 3 of his tier buildings and that T-70.
120mm mortars are now available for
These guys are taking significant damage from these Vet 3 Grens. Maybe we'll hold this, but Vet 3 guns with 2 DP-28s are here. They're being reinforced back. The mine has been detected. Pioneer should probably pull out there. I don't think he's going to get the cap. They're taking way too much damage. We're going to pull this squad out. Pioneers, however, likely are cut down on retreat. Our Panthers moving in on the AT gun. And it's decrewing it with his MGs. Command tanks also moving in. This gun's going to get decrewed. Panther's going to focus on destroying the gun, it seems, but we do have the pilots moving in. They may actually steal the gun. Luvnest cancels the attack on the AT gun and instead steals out the Pioneers. Command tank engaging guards down the south. Meanwhile, one of the conscript squads is starting to recapture territory up in the north.
Our headquarters is taking enemy fire.
The combat engineers are getting shot. Taking significant damage. 120 almost wipes the squad. Lands a bit far though. These conscripts are going to attempt to get an AT grenade, but they're hitting the Panther's frontal armor. Bounces off. Conscripts need to be forced off. Panther engaging. We see another AT grenade trying to go off. But Panther's causing significant damage with his triple MGs. Conscripts forced off. Meanwhile, guard squads capturing the munition point down south. But they will be engaged by these Grenadiers. Guards are pulling back.
This now belongs to the people and workers of the Soviet Union.
We do have our 2 T-34-85s in the field, however. Maybe they'll do significant damage. One shot, maybe sets Gren, another causing more health damage. Panther's going to move up. Does not have range, it seems. He does not have sight.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
More guards moving towards the center. They're going down to half the squad. There are 2 AT guns waiting in the center. We've got to drop PGRS. Somebody could pick that up. I would say the Grenadiers could pick it up, but they have an MG42 and a DP28. Well, Soviet mine goes off and kills 3 of the Grenadiers here. Seems like Luvnest is focusing on DPs. T-34-85s are engaging the Panther. Panther's going to be forced off. No way AT guns are moving up though. Command tank is led too, it's moving in. So massacring these infantry are getting suppressed by the MG42. But significantly faster turret rotation, thanks to that Vet 2 bonus. Grenadiers have recaptured, but they're immediately falling back to base for reinforce. Could bring half that territory. Not sure the half-jet's been used enough or not, but it's sort of effective in keeping the field pressing north. Conscripts are being forced off by this command tank, Bill, and the MG42. Command tank's been proving its worth throughout this game, 33 kills. 120 is trying to soften out the area. He needs this gun, as well as the pack. Could have wiped out the Zisk gun there. Bit short though. We have no more AT currently coming out for Goldenpath. No Zisk guns of his own on the field. So we have hold down going on the command tank. It's going to give it significantly more survivability on top of the command tank boost. 85s are moving in though. Although it's not completed. 85s are bouncing off the upgraded the Panzer IV's armor. They can't penetrate the thing, just against its vacuum bonus. And even on hit, they don't do that much damage to its health. It'll take around 2 to 3 more shots to kill that Panzer IV into normal. Now Goldenpath infantry are getting cut down. And Panzer IV kills one of the units on retreats. You know, Panther's still engaging, that needs repairs. Like most of Luvnest's armor needs repairs, and he lost his Zisk gun. Onto the 120-yard mortar. Command tank's here to give defensive boost to these units. Well, Grenadiers are fighting these guards. I don't think these guards are in cover, however. Still exposed on the flanks. Grenadiers should be able to. The Grenadiers should be able to recapture the VP. Birds are not moving in. Also have a Panther. I think it may be moving in, or it could be just going back to the base for repairs. 120 still bombing. We've had 2 on this mortar. Now up to 24 kills. This one's up to 5. Well, we have Teller Mine going off. Kills the engine of the tank. I'm not sure if Teller Mines automatically cause destroyed engine, or if they just cause engine damage and cause significant health damage. Grenadiers are forced off. So are the guards now. Luvnest could attempt to chase this down with his tanks. Really lucky he doesn't want to risk his Panther. Or because both the T-34-85 and the Panther have 800 HP, and it's going to take a while for the Panther to cut that down due to its poor DPS. Relies more on winning by attrition, thanks to its superior armor and speed. You know, got 2 command tanks moving up, firing on the guards once again, causes significant damage as usual. Or not yet. There we go. There's just 1 man with the guards corps. The PRS rifles are doing better against Panzer IV than T-34-85 was doing against it. Guards are being forced off. Panzer Grenadiers are moving into capture. And we've got another reconnaissance run going on. At this moment, Luvnest can get anything in so long as he has some manpower for it. Obviously, he can't get the elephant because he doesn't have the power gun. Panzer IV engaging the 120mm mortar. Round actually bounces off the mortar but kills one of the crew members. Panther moving in. Trying to get that destroyed engine tank. Got both anti-tank guns moving in. Panther misses. Panzer Schreck to hero. Panzer Schreck causing significant damage. Panzer IV misses. Panzer Schreck still causing damage. These guns are not actually hitting it. Panzer IV may actually get the tank. Panzer IV actually gets it from the front and causes... He's abandoned, and his Panther is going to take out this T-34-85 with Panzer Schreck. That's enough takedown, but 120mm more takes up the pack gun. We've got massive infantry moving in from Goldenpath towards the abandoned tank and weapons, but they're taking significant damage. He's not going to be retaining these. Getting cut down by his command tank and Panther. This gun's trying to face. Gets 1 shot off. His command tank, but immediately gets decrewed. Conscripts are moving in. They try to throw an 18 grenade. They're getting into the tank, however. Bounce it off the Panther. We're going to 65 destroyed.
The enemy has destroyed one of our
Goldenpath just lost a ton of infantry and both his tanks. That's one cost some significant amount of manpower being forced. 120 is being forced back, but it is victory. Got this gun coming out. I don't think there's enough since we have another Panther on the way. And this Panzer IV command tank is almost at 3, 48 kills, 49 kills, but needs repairs along with this Panther. And the half-track also needs repairs. You know, Pioneers himself have capped the VP. Path is going to bleed out VP if he doesn't get back on these points. On the 69 versus 197. MG42 is moving to cap the cutoff. It is a Vet 3 MG. It's taking significant damage, almost at quarter health. And this grenade may wipe out the crew. A sliver of health needs to pull out, but immediately gets shot by one of the rifles. BTR rifle still causing significant damage. There's an AT grenade go off on this Panther's rear arm, but actually we don't have the munitions for him yet. I don't think it's wise to just grab the anti-tank guns. They're just going to get decrewed immediately. 120 lands, kill plus significant damage on these Pioneers. Hit on the Panther from an AT gun, and a fresh one. The Panzer Tactician being used. These Pioneers need to get back to work on the tank. 120s are landing, not killing units, but are causing health damage. More smoke being used. This Panther is getting its MG, so it'll do much better against these guards. 120s are still landing, but not killing anyone yet. 120 is setting up. Going to shoot these Pioneers. Alright, no, he's lost sight of them. Crew will not auto-attack. Though it is annoying when your crews decide to auto-face because an enemy came into range. I could see another group of T-34A5s, but then again, there aren't enough VPs for that. Let's go back and really stall out for them. 120's landed, but all these infantry's moving it to the MG42, but they decided to pack up. Half-track's getting ballsy. Needs to back that out, could pop smoke to preserve it. This gun setting up, takes up a half-track. All units get suppressed by this MG42. 4 guards moving up. Our Panzer 4 command tank. He's going here to stop them. Takes damaged engine, but reaches back 3. Guards trying to flank around this MG42. MG42's pulling back. All going past infantry, being forced to fall back again. He does have a fresh guard squad, but he's going to bleed on VPs. He says down to 15, now 12, and he's been triple capped. There's not really much Goldenpath can do about this. He's just been forced to retreat. French his entire army except for the guard squad. That 120 is going to get decrewed. That is game. Surprised we didn't see any column tanks aside. Well, we actually did see columns, but they came relatively late. T-34A5s were heavily delayed by just Tier 3 into Tier T-70, then back tech into Tier 2. And those scout cars didn't really accomplish much. Meanwhile, Luvnest just went straight to Panthers and used the command tank to anchor his entire army. And that's caused significant damage, and I called the MVP of the game, killing 53 infantrymen. And, you know, we tanked the Reach Vet 3 in this game. But good game in Luvnest. Well, everyone, this is Miragefla, signing off.